Welcome back to Steph's Creations. My name is Stephanie, and I'm going to show you how I made this heart corset in this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. All the materials to recreate this look is in the link down below. And hit me up on my social medias so y'all can tag me in your recreations and I can fangirl out with you guys because I already know it's amazing already, okay? And let's get into the video. Okay, let's get into this corset. I hope I still remember how I made this because I made this box back in October, but let's get into it. Okay, so we're gonna start out with this corset I got from Amazon, and then we need to remove the middle portion because we're gonna sew it together. So we're just going to seam rip the opening to remove the metal steel rod, and yeah, throw it to the side and do the same thing to the other side, but you're going to keep this flat because you're going to need it to sew it together. But now we're going to seam rip where the boning channels are because we need to replace the plastic boning with some steel metal rods. So yeah, so just slide that plastic boning out so smoothly. And then we're going to take our steel boning and we're going to measure how long we need it to be. So we're just going to use the plastic boning as our guide. And then we are going to use, I don't know, this tool is used to cut metal, but we're going to use it to cut our steel boning, okay? And then we're going to cap the steel boning with the caps that it come with, and we're going to use that tool. I think there's another tool to, like, you know, squish the cap together, but don't have it. Hopefully I'll buy it in the future. But yeah, you're just going to want it to be tight on there so it doesn't loosen. And then we're just going to slide that steel boning ever so easily. Well, not really easily. Like, kind of push it in there because it is going to be kind of tight, but that's okay. And we're just going to make sure it's in there all snug. And now we're going to zigzag stitch that bias closed. So don't, you know, throw it away. You're going to need it for it to close back and your boning doesn't fall out. Then to make that heart shape, I just traced out with chalk, like, you know, where I want that, like, notch of the heart to go. And then I'm going to seam rip the bias on top of there. Oh, I apologize for my hands being in the way of this shot, but I am seam ripping the bias on that notch so I can cut it. But don't seam rip the whole part. You're going to want to save it. I hope the next clip will make it more clear. So you see in this clip, the bias is not fully cut, just where I need to cut that notch out. And then, so now I'm just going to cut along what I traced. And then I'm going to take that bias back down and I'm going to cover it. And then I'm going to take it to the sewing machine to get ready to sew. So now I'm going to zigzag stitch both notches on both sides. And when I do this, I like to go back and forth a couple of times because I do not want this coming loose. That would not be fun. So yeah, sew it securely. Now, I don't really know if this next part is truly that necessary, but I painted, like, you know, my heart white and then I painted it red because, like, you know, it is a black corset and I wanted it to show up just in case, like, you know, between any of the rhinestones, like, black may peek out. I was just like, let me just paint it the base red. And yeah, now it's time to make our dripping rhinestones, so let's go do that. So the first thing we're gonna do, I got clear, so we need to make them red. So I'm gonna boil my water and then I'm going to put a spoon of my dish soap into the water because that's what the instructions call for. So that's what I did. And then I'm going to take the RIT dye and then I'm just going to pour it into my mixture. I used 2 colors to get the perfect red. So yes. And after that, I pour in my jewels. So yeah, so now look at me pour it in just gently because it's going to splatter everywhere and I didn't want that to happen. but good enough. So I'm just gonna take these tongs and I'm going to stir it for a while. And I think I put it on there for between 30 minutes and an hour. It took a while. But after all of that, you know, you're going to get these really like juicy red, like, you know, Jules, look at how red it is. It's like, oh my gosh, did it come red? No, I dyed it red. You're gonna dye it too red. Like, look at that, amazing. Now I'm going to carefully string these jewels. The hole is so tiny, so be careful and, you know, take your time. And then once I put the string in, I'm going to pull it out a bit, and then I'm just going to knot up the string. And I think I knotted it a couple of times so it would not, like, you know, untie. Okay, so now after I'm done tying it, I'm just going to take these really nice like rhinestone, bejeweled crystals, and I'm going to bead up the string and just pull it, you know, through until I like the length. For the smaller beads, they were not beads at all. They were stickers, and I'm going to show you how I made them look like beads. So I'm going to take one heart sticker and I'm going to put it down on my paper plate. And then I'm going to take the glue, I think it was B6000, and I'm just going to dot it in the middle of the heart. And then I'm going to take the string, and I think I like folded the end in two so it just had more surface area. And yeah, I'm going to have to take something off because it's so sticky, but I needed it to, like, you know, stick, not on my hand, but onto the heart sticker. But then, yes. Once it's on there really well, I'm just going to take another heart and I'm just going to sandwich the string and the glue in there together. And that's how I made it look like, you know, a bead when it was really a sticker. So I left that to dry for a few, and then once it was dry, I would tie a needle to the end of that string, and then I would use the needle to bead up this sticker heart part, because these beads were way smaller than the other ones, so it would help a ton just to use that needle to pick all those beads, like multiple beads, and string them up like that. And that's how it looked like. Now it's time to sew the dripping rhinestone. So I'm just going to take a needle and this pliers to help me push it through. And then I'm going to go again in that same two holes and push it through, and that's going to make a loop. And with that loop, I'm going to use it to hold the top bead, if you can see that really well. And I'm going to do that over again and again, just using that loop to hold the top bead. It is kind of hard to push it through, so definitely like use something to help guide the needle. And then, you know, once I've, you know, looped that top bead around 3 times, I am going to knot it all together, and I will show you a better clip of the knotting for the next one. This one's not really going to show that well, but yes, this is just speed up of how I did it for the smaller beads. And then now I'm going to show you how I knotted it. It's the same for the small and the large one. So I'm just going to take the two ends of the string, and I'm just going to knot it on that, again, that top bead, so I know it's held there very securely. And then I'm just going to cut it, and there you go. So this is how it looks like, and now it's time to glue on the big rhinestones. Ignore the ones I've already glued on already, but we're doing that right now. So I'm just going to take the B6000, I'm just going to dab them where I want the bigger rhinestones to go. I kind of wanted it to be random. I wish I had bigger rhinestones, because what's not covered by the big rhinestones will be covered by the small rhinestones. And that's what we're going to get into now. So I'm just going to dab that B6000 everywhere, but in small sections. And then I'm just going to take my tweezers and I'm just going to place the smaller rhinestones. And I got a whole mixtures of reds so that it would just, like, you know, not be one solid color. It would be like, you know, light reds, dark reds, and it would all randomly disperse everywhere throughout the heart. But yeah, so now it's going to take you a long time to fill up this heart. And I hope you enjoyed this little time lapse of me filling this heart. Thank y'all so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Definitely head to my Instagram _ Steph the Creator and my TikTok _ Steph the Creator to hang out with me between costumes. Like, I am a grad student, so I am unable to upload and make costumes, like, you know, regularly or how I would like to. So definitely head to my social media so you can hang out with me there, you know, be like, you know, talk to me there, and I will be more than happy to talk to you guys too. Like, you know, if you choose to recreate this project, definitely tag me in your creations. I love it when I see recreations. Like, I go haywire. It is honestly not okay how much I go haywire over you guys. But this is the final look, and thank you guys again for watching it and making it to the end of the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you choose to recreate this corset, definitely tag me in your videos and pictures, and follow me on Instagram and TikTok so you know how to tag me. And so you can keep up with me while I'm not uploading, because your girl is a grad student and we're not a consistent uploader because we're getting this degree. But yes, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!